What's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel once again. My name is Dash Lifestyle. Kindly, for watching me for the first time, remember to subscribe, like, share, and also comment. To my returning subscriber, thank you so much for always coming back and watching my videos. So guys, today I want you to watch this video of Black American lady. She has decided to send a strong message to some of the African people, especially Nigeria, because how they think about United States. So guys, watch this video, then I will come back with more comments.
Editing a video right now, but I just wanted to come out and make this video real quick. You know how you're multitasking and your brain is just rotating around and around on an idea. Recently I've been talking a lot about race relations on my channel, and some of the comments that I get are from Nigerians in Nigeria who talk about how if they were in America, all of the wonderful and amazing things that they would be able to do if they were in America. If I were in America, I would be rich, I would be famous, I would be this, I would be that, because you Black Americans are lazy, you Black Americans are this, you're that, you love thug culture. I just got a comment the other day, and I commented back to the person about their colonial mindset. Hello, everybody. I am doing this live, but I am doing this just to get this idea out so that I could jump back into the video that I'm editing, because listen, it's another day, another Karen. So I'm constantly having to battle Caucasians on one hand, and then now I have to battle Africans on the other. And you all know, listen, I love my Nigerian people. I am genetically Nigerian and Ghanaian. I just spent dirty December and just won't go home January in Ghana and Nigeria. And there's a pervasive thought that I continue to see over and over and over again. And that idea is that somehow there's something defunct and wrong with African Americans just because our trauma is different than your trauma. And as I was editing this video, I realized, listen, the only reason why your Black ass would be able to come over to America and be able to do anything is because of the hard work, the blood, the sweat, the fighting, and the dedication of African Americans who on this soil changed this land. African Americans are the ones who got this country integrated. Let me explain something to you. White people in this country did not give us anything. We have had to take. And this is why you see what is going on in the news and the media right now. We took in the 1960s what it is that we had. We took their lynchings, their terrorizing, their burning down of our neighborhoods, and we continue to rebuild and rebuild and revisit and retwist and re-rise up what it is that we have done in this country. And the only reason why anybody can bring their Black ass over here from another mother effing country is because what Black Americans have done on this land. And I'm saying this as a person who is bicultural, whose father is not American, doggone it. My father is an immigrant, and he was able to come over to this country and do something in this country because of the Black people who fought, who died, who bled, who were lynched on this land. So don't sit your Black ass over there in some other goddamn country talking about what you would do in America. The only reason why your Black ass could even get the F over here is because of what we have done. Doggone it. Listen to what it is that I'm saying. The reason why people are able to get onto the radios in America is because what Black Americans have done, the culture that we have created with nothing. Nothing. We have been given nothing. Everything that we have in this country, we have because we have taken. Listen to what it is that I'm saying. So don't sit your Black ass over there in your country where you're not doing what you need to do with your government. If anything, you should feel inspired by African Americans, inspired to pick up your picket sign and take your ass off your seat and go out there in the streets and protest in your damn land. Listen to what it is that I'm saying, because I was over there in Nigeria. I walked the streets of Lagos, Abuja, and where was it that I was? It was not Owerri. I was in I'll just say Igbo land. I walked the streets and I saw what it was and I saw what it was like. And I talked to Nigerians, and part of the issue is that there is a docility that exists inside of the average Nigerian that I spoke to. Had a complacency and a docility that exists in there when it comes to their government. And then, right? The nerve of anyone to suggest that because of the type of trauma that you experience in your country, the type of brainwashing that you exist in your country is different than the type of trauma and brainwashing that we have existed in this country, that somehow that makes you better? No. Part of the reason that Nigeria looks the way that it is right now is because Europeans ran roughshod over that country. Europeans ran roughshod over Nigeria. Took down your symbols and put up their own, implanted you with their religion, have you worshiping white skin. And then after they sucked and siphoned from the country enough, then they started implanting the leaders that they wanted, who would fulfill their white supremacist agenda. And so now you have government officials who don't give a good goddamn about the average Nigerian, because they take their money and they put their money abroad and they leave you there without lights 24 hours a goddamn day. Meanwhile, they got lights. I've been to Banana Island. I see what rich Nigerians live like. Speaking of which, if I were to come to Nigeria with my American mindset, I would be rich in Nigeria, because I'm not from Nigeria and I don't have the same type of indoctrination that Nigerians have. So when you start trying to say that you will come over to America and do all this, that, and bravo, because you've been trained in a different way. If I went to listen, I was in Nigeria 3 weeks before I made it over to Banana Island. And when I spoke to one of my Nigerian friends, I didn't realize how difficult of a thing that is for the average Nigerian. So don't sit there and start talking about how you would do so much different. If anything, this is the time right now that we need to come together. Instead of being in your colonial programming and mindset, instead of that, release those shackles. Release those shackles and realize that what African Americans are doing and have done in this country is remarkable. It is revolutionary. We have changed this world, goddammit, because if it wasn't for African Americans, black people would still be in the goddamn zoo. Listen to what it is that I'm saying. Listen, we are all African. My ancestors were kidnapped Nigerians and kidnapped Ghanaians. We are all African, all of us. So don't be jealous because our ancestors were stolen and yours were left back there. Did you want to go through this here? Did you want to? Did you want to go? Listen, by the time slavery on this soil ended, there were 600,000 rape babies on this land. Listen to what it is that I'm saying. 600,000. That doesn't even count the amount of children that were fed to alligators. It doesn't count the amount of children from backbreaking work who were never born. 600,000 more. You want to know how many rapes have to exist for 600,000 of those to result in a pregnancy? And then under those harsh conditions for it to result in the birth of a baby. You want to know how many rapes had to take place? Listen, don't be jealous because of what it is that we have done. I have a blue passport because my family was born on this God-forsaken land. And I am going to get everything that is due by my birthright of this nation, me. But I'm not going to discount the experience of another person who is more mentally enslaved than I am. I speak about this all the time. And you all know, listen, I love my Nigerian people. I do. Like I said, I'm genetically Nigerian. You look at my father, you see an Igbo man. However, my father was not born and raised on this funky land. He was not born and raised in the mental slavery, the drudgeons thereof that have enslaved mentally the people who are on this land. Some of them, because many of them have risen to be able to get us the level of the level of human rights that we have now, and still, every 20 to 30 hours, a Black person is murdered by the police in this country. And then you see we got effing vigilantes out there killing Black people too. Karens harassing us when we just try to live. We got your bubbas and your rednecks hunting us down when we try to jog and exercise. We got hooded men who came by, poured gasoline on the things that we have built and burnt them to the ground. And we got more hooded men who put on badges every day, gavels in their hand, scalpels in their fingers, and steering wheels in their palms. We have policymakers in this country whose forefathers wore hoods and them who still have the hooded heart. And when I say hooded, I'm talking about the Klan, baby. Listen to what it is that I'm saying. So no, don't sit over there in some foreign land talking about what it is that you would do in America, because if you were born on this land entrenched in the funk and the foulness that exists on this land, you would be just as mentally enslaved, just as mentally entrained as the people who are here. So don't think that because your trauma is different than ours, that there's something better about your trauma. Because if anything, just the mere fact that you even dream, that you salivate of going to another land, shows and tells that there's something going on yours that needs to be fixed. So rather than going off and talking about all of the things that you would do in America, please do them in Nigeria. Fix your government, rise up, do whatever it is that you need to do on your land. It's time that we came together, and it's like there's so many people out there who are puppets and arbiters for white supremacy, puppeting racist ideals and racist ideas that they've been taught by the supremacist regime. And part of the issue is, and I'm going to say this and then I'm going to get out. I'm going to say this and then I'm going to jump off the video. In America, our racism is overt. They try to dog whistle it every once in a while, but it's overt. You can see from the numbers, you can see from the way Black people are treated. It's overt here. Where colonialism existed, it's insidious and it's silent. You don't really know that it's there, but you know, it's like you feel like the frog in the water, where the heat is turning up slowly. You don't know what it is, but you're feeling uncomfortable. So that it's so much easier for you to sit on the internet and talk about what you would do in America, fantasizing about the rights and the privileges that have been gained off the backs of the same people that you disrespect, rather than getting up off your ass and doing that in your own land. Listen, if anything, I prefer the racism of the United States to the racism that exists in the UK, to the colonial mindset that exists in many African countries and in Caribbean islands. I prefer it because these people, they don't mince words. They tell you how they feel. They show you how they feel with their policy. Meanwhile, in other countries, it's silent and deadly because you're sitting there. Listen, we talked about this when I was in Nigeria. Monthly salary. What was the monthly salary when we talked? $150 per month? 150 US per month in Nigeria. I think the salary was $30 a week. I was at a hotel where I was spending $160 a day. That was half a month's pay for the man who took my money. Half a month's pay. This is not stuff that I am theorizing about. This is stuff that I have seen. So it's like, yes, people think that we complain and that we moan and bemoan People think that we are dissatisfied and we're always complaining and we're harping and this, that, and the other. That's because there's inequality. That's because there is an infringing on human rights. That's because there's a disparity that exists in this land. And so we speak up about it and we let our voices be heard. Does it get annoying for people to have to hear you complain over and over again? I'm sure it does get annoying, but it gets stuff done. People over here talking about the riots. Oh, people are paying attention though, right? Because how many people will sit silently as people march peacefully, but start damaging some stuff, and then now all of a sudden ears perk up. It's on the main news. It's broadcasted worldwide. So yes, listen. Instead of sitting there salivating about what's going on and the opportunities that were created in other countries, listen, go do your damn research. It wasn't but 55 years ago that we integrated. Black people and white people could not be in the same spaces. They had funky, wretched, unclean bathrooms for us, hot ass, dirty ass, lead-filled water for us. Meanwhile, refrigerated water for the white people, clean bathrooms for the white people, police to serve the white people. I mean, you still see how they're calling the police on us because they know, oh yeah, if I call the police on your black ass, they're going to believe me and not you. So if left up to the devices of the average white supremacists in this country, there wouldn't be nothing for you to come over here for. There wouldn't be nothing for you to come over here to get or to gain, because your black ass would be segregated someplace with the police ready to bash in your goddamn African head at any chance that they get.
So guys, I hope you have watched that video, and our black American sister, she is very angry. And for me, what I can tell you guys is, do not mock the pain that you do not understand. Do not start talking to the people in United States and you don't know what they are going through. So guys, our sister, she has come clear, and also what she has said in that video, she's talking the truth. She's saying the truth about black people in United States. And for me, what I can also say, it is the highest time that black history should be taught in our African schools. This lady also, she's saying that she's in America, and also she's doing some of the videos, but some African people, they are coming to her comment section and saying, if I was in America, I could be able to do this and this. If I was in America, I'll be doing this and this. You know guys, so many African people, they have this big dream in United States, but they don't understand and they don't know the real history of black people in United States. And that's why I'm insisting that it's the highest time that African history should be taught in school. And also, people should be educated about this thing called America, this thing called United States, and also what our black people in United States are going through. Also, they need to come out and tell us exact Africans, their history in United States. I understand that black people in United States, they have less opportunity. The all good things in United States, these white people, they have taken it. They have taken the all good thing. And remember, those black people who are in United States, they're the ones who build these United States. They're the ones who build everything in United States. And yet the white, they're talking bad about them. The white, they are giving them less opportunity in United States. These are the pains of our black people that are going through in United States. But I can tell you, in United States, the racism is very high. Racism to the black people, it is very high. Look how the criminal injustice they are doing to black people. Look how they are being treated. When any black people he has found in any kind of criminal, he will not be taken very slightly, very easy. This is how they are being treated in United States. And instead of us people, African people coming together, you will see some of us, we are fighting our black people who are in United States. It's the highest time that we come together. I love this lady, what she has said. It's the highest time that we come together instead of fighting black people in United States or Nigerians or African country trying to fight our black people in United States. It's the highest time that we should come together. We should support each other, because I'm sure when you go to United States, the first people you will go, you will meet, it is black people, because you are black. You cannot go straight to the White Home. No, they will not allow you unless. But we must go and see our black people in United States. They're the ones who are supporting us here in Africa. And instead of supporting them, we are telling them, no, you are in United States, you are doing nothing. I wish I could be there, United States, I will be having. No, these people, they have really fight. They are really fight for their rights, United States. And I keep on telling our African brothers and sisters, it's the highest time that we should come together. We support each other. These other races, they are taking advantage of us African people because we support them too much than our own. Yeah, we support them too much. I always give an example of black people like to shop to other races. They're going and supporting the Chinese. They will go and support the white people. They will go and support Indians. They are leaving behind their fellow stores, supermarket, hotels to just go and support these other races. And look at what these other races, they are talking about us. They are seeing us as a stupid people because of us supporting them and leaving our own. I've done so many videos of other races being racist to black people. And us black people, they're taking advantage of us because how humble we are, because how supportive we are to them. And also black people, they are really known to give the first priority to white people. Go to the airport, you will see they will be given the first priority so that they cannot miss their flight. But what about the black people? It's the highest time that we should support our own people. It's the highest time that we should unite. You know, right now these people, they are fearing Africa because African population, it is increasing while their population, it is decreasing. Instead of us African fighting each other, we should come together. We should unite so that we can overcome this white, the West. Nigerians, stop fighting our brothers and sisters in the United States. She has come out clearly. Instead of fighting them, you should learn the history. They are our brothers and sisters. You should learn African history. They are fighting for us in the United States. They are fighting for their rights in the United States. They are being paid low wages in the United States. Look the kind of life they are being given in the United States. Look how the criminal injustice they are doing for them in the United States. They are having less opportunity than the white people in the United States. And yet you are saying, well, I wish I could be United States. Yes, I know you guys, you have this big dream United States. But in United States, you will need to work for it. I've done so many videos about United States. You will need to work for it. You'll become a slave in United States for you to have just big dreams that you have. So our sister, she's telling us the truth. They are suffering. They are trying to fight for their rights in United States. And these white people, they have put bad image to African. Not only them in United States, even African itself. They're saying Africa, it is poor. They have made Africa, when so many people in United States, they hear about Africa, they are seeing us as a poor country. They are seeing us, we are dying. They are seeing us as a struggle people. That's the image they are portraying in United States. And when I tell you guys we should come together, some of other people, they are stoning me, they're rating me bad image, bad message. You should stop doing this, Dash. No. If we are not talking about this, who will teach our children, our young generation? If our government, it doesn't want to give out to teach our people about the Black history in school, where our children will read this thing, where our children, our young generation will know about the Black history. We should stop teaching the white history in school. They made our school to be teaching about colonization, so that our people, our young generation can know, oh, we were colonized by British, by Spanish. That's the kind of teaching they are teaching about our children. It's the highest time we should abolish that history, white history in Africa. It's the highest time that we should implement, we teach our children about the Black history so that we can go forward. They want our children to have mentality of them being the head, being the leaders, being the colonizers of Africa. And they don't want our Black history to be taught in our school. There's time that our government, we should fight our government so that they can teach our children in schools about the Black history. Yes, it's the highest time. So, and also guys, these people came here in Africa. They made us to worship them. They made us African people to worship them. And also, they choose for us the leaders so that they can be their puppet. And some of the African country, we have US puppet. Their leaders, they are betraying Africans. We have some leaders, they are looting money from Africa just to go and give out to United States. Others, they are building in United States. Some of the leaders, they are corrupt. And that's how these white people, they want it to be. They don't want to see African uniting. They don't want to see Africa growing. And that's why they can do anything to see African people not rising. And this is what our sister, she's talking about. She's saying instead of us having this dream to go to United States so that we can do whatever we think that they are not doing, let's do it here in Africa first before going there in United States to do it. What is this thing that making us to stop do this thing here in Africa? Because these white people, they have made some of the African people to know that in US it is heaven, in US it is a good country, in US there's a lot of opportunity, in United States it is everybody African dream. It is because they have made it. But here in Africa we have a lot of opportunity. Yes, we have a lot of opportunity. And if you want to see this opportunity, let's start with our government. We illuminate these US leaders, puppet in Africa. Let's eliminate them. Let's call our leaders to focus with our people. And we'll see how Africa will rise. So guys, I don't want to talk too much. Subscribe if you haven't. Also like this video so that YouTube can spread this video to a lot of people. And also let's talk more in my comment section. If you haven't subscribed, kindly check if you have subscribed. And also remember, you can join my channel by clicking the join button so that you can also be able to support me. Thank you so much guys for the love and support. See you on my next one.